Let's get things started. Ready? Go!
I love it.
What's up, guys? It's Arinze with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, for today's video, I want to discuss the idea of the ethics of dating and mating. Now, as it's defined, ethics are the moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity, or the branch of knowledge that deals with moral principles. Now, as we understand, morality is a dichotomy between wrong and right, good and bad. But when we apply that to something as, I wouldn't say nebulous, but as cold as a mating and mate selection, can it really work? Personally, my opinion is no. I believe that dating is not an ethical endeavor. It's very superficial, very surface level, very underhanded. If you look at the history of reproduction between species, amongst species, I mean. But I think the problem with human beings, or not so much a problem, but our conundrum really, is that with our increased intellect, we try to bring reason and ethics into everything we do. And that doesn't really work when it comes to mating. If you look at how we mate today, right, there are universal beauty markers: dimples, a chiseled jawline, being over 6 feet, the Coke bottle shape, the whole hip to waist ratio. No, was it hip to waist or bust to hip, whatever the ratio is, I'm talking about. These are all superficial indicators. And those that fit those indicators are elevated above the rest. Now, as we're seeing with women in particular, the raging against the fact that certain features will always be more praised and more sought after than others doesn't really sit well with them. In addition to the fact that most women will never have those features, definitely bothers them. For men, not so much. It still hurts, I'm 5'10", so, I see those profiles saying, 6 foot or over, but the chick is like 5'5.5". You know what I mean? But for men, it's not so much the case. And we know why. But that point aside, this consistent attempt to rationalize the dating and mating game is driving people insane. There is no wrong or right. There really isn't. It's just the result of, do I have the opportunity to pass my genes on. As a biologist, we learned early on in our field that on average, before I would say the 1940s, about 30% of men died without passing on their bloodline. For women, it was about 10, maybe 5. I'll have to look up the study I had back in college, but relatively speaking, it's very low. And when you take the information and look at how we, talk about dating, you get a lot of, I deserve. Why can I not have a good husband or a good wife? Why can't I have this? I've done this. So especially that deserve word. That deserve word really blows me for a loop. I'm like, deserve what? A mate? Like, have you not looked at recorded human history? Do you not know how this works? Everything is a competition. It's survival of the fittest. When resources are finite, not everyone can get an equal amount unless someone else is willing to share. And that's where the polygamy argument comes in, right? But we already know what happens then. Women want the best men only to themselves, but all women want the same best man. But the arguments that I'm seeing about how, it shouldn't be based on looks from women, right? And then from the dusty dudes, money and power shouldn't be that important. It's laughable. If you look across the mammal species alone, the mammalian species alone, you see so many examples of how having resources or having the dominance or power dominance and status enables you as a man or a male to continue his bloodline. For example, in the American Northeast near Canada, there are these species of deer and moose actually that will go into combat amongst the males to prove dominance for the females. At the same time, these females have to show the proper indicators of being fit to be chosen. And that's also a big thing that a lot of women erase from the equation. Most of these women aren't showing why they should be picked. They just believe they should be picked. I'll say it again. Most of these women are not showing why they should be picked. They just believe that they deserve to be picked. And not only that, to be picked by the best man at that. And that's where you have all these women saying, my looks don't define me. My past doesn't define me. Me having 3 kids by 4 different men doesn't define me. That math does not add up right there. But all these women trying to excuse their mistakes so as a way to not harshen or lessen their chances of getting what they consider or what is considered a suitable, stable, functional, productive male partner. On the flip side, of course, we have, the men who rebel against having money or status as what defines a man. Now, mind you, of course, that's not the whole enchilada, right? That we are not one-dimensional like that. But those factors play a huge role in our success individually and as a group. Thinking about it, if we were to apply the ethical guidelines we live by onto dating and mating of other species, what would it look like? Better yet, let's not even say that. Let's just apply the ethics that we have to survival. What does that look like? One of my favorite examples that my mom told me growing up, well, actually, it was my mom and my dad. They said they would ask me this question, and it was, is the zebra wrong for not letting the cheetah kill it so the cheetah can feed its kids? And as a child, I think about it, I was like, wait, is the zebra wrong for not letting the cheetah kill it so the cheetah can feed its kids? Because if you look at it, right, if the zebra is killed, the zebra's children and offspring are left to the wild. But the cheetah can feed its offspring. But if the zebra lives, the cheetah doesn't feed its offspring, and now the cheetah and its offspring are at a disadvantage. But the zebra and its children can live. This is where, the more gray parts of ethical philosophy comes in, right? But with humans and mating and dating, from what I'm seeing is that no one wants to touch those gray areas, that in reality, you won't get the best partner. Mainly because you don't stack up to get the best partner. Or even worse, maybe because you aren't the best partner for who you believe is the best partner. And a lot of people don't want to accept that you just don't qualify. You don't qualify for that sexy chick. And you don't qualify for that 8-figure man. Why would he pick you? Why would she deal with you?
Why?
Oh, because you're too short, or because you're too fat, or because you have 2 kids, or because you don't make enough money. These are ethical arguments being applied to an inherently unethical practice. Dating was never ethical. It was never about wrong and right. It was always about finding the most suitable mate to pass my genes on. And it's a very great topic because, of course, as human beings, we like to have that structure of, okay, this goes here, that goes there. This is wrong, this is right. That's blue, that's red. We live off these hierarchies, these categorizations. But with dating, the data, the practices, the tendencies that we have show otherwise. And people just can't handle it. Tell me what you guys think. Am I crazy? Am I wrong for saying this? Am I off? I feel like I'm right. I feel like I'm on the right path when saying that it's not ethical, but maybe I'm wrong, Well, what do you guys think? What's up, guys? It's Arinze. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.